Hi everyone, it is Wednesday, March 5th, and I am really excited about this video because I am participating in the Top 5 Wednesdays. So, for those of you that watch BookTube videos, you should know Top 5 Wednesdays is something that was started by Ginger Reads Laney, and basically she picks a topic or a theme, and you pick 5 books that go along with that theme. And I've loved the Top 5 Wednesday topics. I have a few booktubers that I always watch their Top 5 Wednesday videos because they're usually very interesting. And so there's a lot of people that are participating, so I don't think that I could create a list of every single solitary person that's participating, but I will put links down on the bottom to some of my favorite booktubers that do Top 5 Wednesday. And initially it wasn't open to everyone, now it is, and so everyone can participate, and so I'm really excited about that because I just love the topics that they have for the month of March. They're really good. And so the topic for today is Top 5 Friendships. So your top 5 friendships in a book. And so since the topic is Top 5 Friendships, I decided to include a friend in my video. And this is my daughter, Vivian. Say hello.
Hi.
She is one of my best friends, and so she's sitting here with me to film, but she knows to be quiet.
Teacher?
Can you what?
Can I tell your friend, teacher?
No. Okay, you're just going to sit here. You're just going to sit here and look pretty.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. All right, so anyways, the theme for this Wednesday is Top 5 Friendships, okay? And so these books are in no particular order for me except for the last one. The last one I knew for sure that I wanted that one to be number 1, but the rest of these are just kind of at random. So the first friendship that I'm going to talk about for Top 5 Wednesday is this light. There's like my blinds. Anyways, Water for Elephants, there we go, by Sarah Gruen. And the friendship that I'm going to talk about is a friendship between Walter, or Kinko, and Jacob. I loved Walter. I really did. I loved the relationship between him and Jacob. I liked that it was kind of sarcastic and snarky. It didn't start off well. It started off very rocky. They really didn't like each other, but they grew to respect each other and really care for each other and look out for one another. And I really liked Kinko's character. I thought he was very smart. He read books. I loved how much he loved his dog. So I love the relationship between Jacob and Walter. And towards the end of the book, something happened, and it made me so angry. Jacob did something very selfish, and it caused Walter some harm. And I was so mad at Jacob that I almost didn't finish the book because that's how angry I was, because I just felt like it was such a betrayal because Walter was such a good friend to him. And so that is one of my favorite friendships in a book. The next book that I am going to mention is Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. And the friendship that I'm going to talk about is the one between Joe and Lori. It is your classic male-female platonic relationship, but one is in love with the other one, the one that you kind of have when you're in high school and you kind of have this guy friend, and you just think he's a nice guy and you like him and he's your friend, but he really is in love with you, or vice versa. And so I loved their relationship, and I love that their relationship was so tumultuous because they could get under each other's skin like no other. But they really, really loved one another. They really looked out for one another, and they were very, very close friends. And so I loved, oh, thank you, Vivian. I love the relationship between Joe and Lori. The next one that I'm going to talk about is actually probably going to be a surprise to some of the people that actually watch me, because if you watch my videos, you'll know that I did not really like this book that much, but is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I loved Isaac to pieces, I'm telling you, and I love the relationship between him and Gus, because I liked that they did not allow each other to wallow in self-pity about their conditions. If you don't know about this book, Gus has osteosarcoma, which is a bone cancer, and Isaac has some kind of cancer. I don't know the name of it, but it affected his eyesight, and so he had to lose one eye, and then he lost the second eye. And I think the reason why their friendship speaks so much to me is because I have a son with cancer. If you didn't know that, my son has medulloblastoma, which is a brain cancer. And I would love for my son to have a friend that was sick, honestly, even though I don't want him, I don't want kids being sick, but I feel like it would be so nice for him to make a friend with someone who really knows what he's actually going through. And so, their friendship really, really, really touched me as a mom of a child with cancer. So I love their friendship. I love their relationship. And honestly, Isaac was my favorite character in the whole book, which is so funny because he really doesn't have a whole lot of airtime. But he was my favorite character in the entire book. So I really, really liked Isaac and their friendship. The next book that I'm going to talk about is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows by J.K. Rowling. And so I know you guys are probably sitting here thinking that I'm going to pick Harry Potter and Ron and Hermione, but I'm not. Booyah! I'm about to surprise you guys. My favorite friendship in that book is the relationship between Dobby and Harry. I loved Dobby, and I loved how much Dobby loved Harry, and how appreciative Dobby was to Harry for what he had done for him. And I love the fact that even though initially Harry was very, very annoyed with Dobby's presence and really just gave him half-hearted friendship, but Dobby never noticed it because he worshipped Harry. He loved Harry. He loved that fact that Harry had set him free. And I loved at the end, when Dobby died, that was one of the parts of the book that affected me, I think, the most. I think I cried the most, out of that part, and there was a couple of other ones, but that one really, really touched me when Dobby passed away, and I think it touched me the most because it was one of those kinds of instances where Harry kind of really didn't know what he had until it was gone, and he was very saddened by his treatment of Dobby, after he had passed away, and Dobby really did give his life for Harry, and I don't know, I was thinking about it driving today, and I almost got teared up because I was just so sad when Dobby passed away. But he loved Harry, and he really would do anything for him, and so I loved Dobby as a friend. And then the last one I'm going to talk about, which had to be my number one because I just cannot say enough good things about this, it's the Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien. Samwise Gamgee. Okay, he followed Frodo into the belly of the mountains of Mordor. I think if Frodo would have went up to the face of Sauron, Samwise Gamgee would have been right by his side. He was a wonderful friend to have. I do not know why the actor that played him in the Lord of the Rings trilogy did not get nominated for an Oscar because he was just so good, and he really captured the spirit of Samwise Gamgee. He followed Frodo everywhere, no hesitation. Frodo, he stayed by Frodo's side no matter what happened. And I loved Samwise Gamgee. He is probably one of my favorite literary characters, period. And his relationship with Frodo are one of my favorite relationships. And so those are my top 5 picks for top 5 friends. We have some great topics for this month. And so you guys really, really should stay tuned for the next Wednesdays and really follow the series because you do find out some really interesting books. And I will talk to you guys later. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed my beautiful co-host, Vivian.
Press the button?
You can press the button, but say bye first.
Bye.
Okay.
I'm going to do a kiss.
All right. Press the button.